everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at the readings for the month of September coming ahead. So it's just to have a look at what influences or things are sort of going to be coming in around the September time. Obviously these are just general readings, so they are not going to resonate with everyone. But like always, I say to you, think outside the box. If it's not directly at yourself, then as I say, it could be to do with close family or friends around you at that period. So just be free to reverse the characters and swap them about to fit it to how you think. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so far for the people who've subscribed to my channel. As you know, I've only been going sort of 3 to 4 weeks, and so starting from scratch to build up a subscriber basis, then any likes or subscribes, guys, will help me on my journey and obviously continue for me to carry on with bringing out the material for yourselves. So we just work together as a collective family. Right then, so as I said, these are going to be readings for September, and I am now going to be looking at what's influencing around Libra. So without further ado, we'll get on with the reading. So as you know, I premeditate on the cards, etc. Before I start. So like I say, we'll just start with what's going to be coming into September for my lovely Librans. And the first card we have is Ghostlands. So I'll just put that there 1 second, and I'll just turn one more over. And we have Strength. Right, my lovely Libs, as I look at this card, it's more or less jumping out to me straight off the bat, so to speak, that frozen in time. And I do feel that the Librans that I'm connecting with here dwell quite a lot in their past and worry about the future, therefore not dealing with what's happening now, missing what's happening around them now, because their minds are so full of going back on if only I'd have done this, or if only I'd have done that. And that's why I pick up here with the, everything's frozen in time. And because of this repeated pattern, because I do feel it's a repeated pattern here, Libs, as hard as you try to focus on what's happening in the now, you're either worrying about what's going to happen in the future, and as I said, you keep dwelling in the past. This has a knock-on effect from my August reading, guys, because the Strength cards appeared, and if you look at the August reading, this card appeared in that reading for you, and it's saying you're still there trying to, as much as you want to go forward, you're still balancing all these things that are whirling around in your head all the time. So as you go into September, you're still taking this energy from August with you, but this is just jumping out now. It's a bit like a warning message for your Libs. For your own health, you need to start addressing this. You need to start the thaw. Because really, like I say, if you look at this card, it's perfectly to explain. You've got two doorways. This is the past, this is the future, and you're missing this middle ground here. So, you just keep going round and round. So, guys, as you go into September, it's just a message, really. It's just like a little alarm bell to say, as I said, it knocks on from August. You need to clear out that soul library, like I said. Freeze the things now that have happened in the past, because you can't change those. And yeah, they've made you the person you are today. But sometimes things in our past, they do come and re-haunt us. I'm not saying I'm not saying you're not going to, totally freeze out your past, because our past are memories anyway. But sometimes some memories keep delving back in, are no good for our psyche. So that's what I'm feeling here for you guys. So I'm just going to open this up a little bit further. And we've got the High Priestess and Justice. Now I feel this knocks on from these cards, like you're your own judge basically, and you're always in your own headspace. Like I say, you've got, you know, all these thoughts whirling around inside your head with the mind chatter and everything else. And going into September, as I said, you know, you've still got this going round in circles, all these thoughts going round, and it's a cycle because of, you know, new moon, you know, going into, you know, the phases of the moon even. It's like, even that's pointing out there when the moon cycle leaps out at me. This is where you're going all the time, Libs. Over the last few months, this has been a regular pattern with yourselves, where you've tried to, you know, think, oh, I've got my balance right here, you know, I'm going to take things in order and I am going to go forward. But some of my Libs out there, I know their health has been up, down, so you're not going to get a balance with your health. But like I say, negative thoughts are no good for the body, and they can harm our health. Too much negative thinking. So it's just, as we go, like I say, into September, it's justice for your own peace of mind. This is what I'm picking up. It's justice reflecting on your own peace of mind, guys. So I just feel, as I say, because it's following you on from August, this is something that you're going to have to start to address even more. It's just, like I say, it's just a big warning to say, you know, don't keep judging yourself for things that have already happened, and don't judge yourself for things that you're worrying about that may happen in the future. While you're doing that on both sides of the scale, you're missing the now. You're missing focusing on what you need to deal with your health, either, or your work. You know, it could be, you know, dwelling on things with work, whether you've left one job and thought you've gone into another, and then you've gone on this cycle where you're not happy and you're thinking, I should never have left that job if I'd have been there. But things happen for a reason, guys. Things happen when we lose our jobs, or we're in a state of where we can't find work. You know, when we get in that turmoil, like I say, think outside the box. Why is this happening? Why am I doing this? Because sometimes things do happen, guys, for a reason. It's to give you that time to focus on the now, to focus on what's happening with you, what's happening with, you know, your health, your life around you. So it's just, you are the judge here. Coming in September, guys, Libra, you are your own self-judge here. And you need to judge what you're doing to yourself. So it's just a big wake-up call, really. You've got to stop this mind going round and round and round on thoughts to the past, thoughts to the future. It's to, you know, stand in your power now, you know, judge what's happening now, put the sword down and, you know, stand there and judge what's happening around you now. Because doing that, you know, this just leaps out to me, guys, because when you're looking in the past and looking to the future, they're missing all the golden opportunities and the time that you're losing in the now. So I just hope this makes sense to you, what I'm trying to explain to yourselves. I'm just going to open up the last card, which is the animal spirit card. And we've got the rabbit spirit. Now, the rabbit spirit to me, because here it's actually, you know, even though this is a leaf, to me it's like spiritual growth for you. And as you go into September, taking this information on board, you know, you need to, like I say, deal with the now so you can grow and expand. And like, I know rabbits, like, they like their little burrows and they're safe within their little haven. And that's how you've been going, really. Like, even though you've been trying to go forward, you're always pulled back. And this again reflects on the August reading. If you look back on the August reading, guys, if you haven't listened to that before you come into this, it might make a bit more sense to you. But it's like a rabbit caught in the headlights, really. It's an alarm bell for you to say, whoa, hang on, I've got to stop here. You know, it's in my face now. I've got to deal with this. And this is what you've got to do. You've got to stop doing this past, future thoughts, and just basically deal with issues now. Because you're missing, like I say, you're missing golden opportunities, because your mind's, you know, just in a whirl of thoughts that don't mean anything for the now. The now is all about you. The now is about your health now. your job now, your family now, you know, what matters now. I can't say now enough for you guys. So just basically, like I say, if you haven't seen the August reading, please read that one before you go into the September one, because it does carry on here, and it's just saying the patterns are repeating again. But you need to obviously stand in your own power, be in the now, and you know, you will grow, and allowing that, you know, things will start entering in, new things will start coming in for you, and your health will start improving. I mean, if you look at the rabbit's mind here, it's flourishing then. Once you get all this, you know, stuff from the past out of your mind, you allow new, you know, new elements to come in, new growth to come in. So that's what I'm picking up from the rabbit spirit there. Because rabbits, you know, that they can hop about all over the place, but it's just to ground you. September is all about grounding and getting into the now, guys. So as you know, I do a little bit of savant poetry on these, so I'm just going to read what I've written for you guys for the month of September. And it says, dwell in the past, dwell in the future, has you missing the here and now. Focus on this minute, this moment. This will then help allow to start and deal with healing you, fixing all that you can. For worrying about the past and future is neither good to God nor man. So that, my words there are just reflecting on this reading, guys. You know, worrying about the past and the future is neither good to God nor man, and it isn't, because you've got to think about what's happening now, because you're just missing, like I say, you're just missing, you know, the main key thing here of just living in the now and quietening the mind from, you know, things in the past and worrying about what's coming in the future. And by doing this, you are going to, you know, it's going to benefit you massively. So I'm just going to do a quick little affirmation card. I've got some new cards here called The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. So I'm just going to give these a quick shuffle for your Libs to see what the little universe message is for the month of September. So what have we got for the universe message for my lovely Libs? And that one's poking out, so I'm going to take that message for you and have a little read. Joy is the ultimate creator, guys, and this couldn't be a more prominent card, because you haven't felt joy, you haven't felt happiness for quite some time. I do feel the Libs I'm picking up here are just on this, you know, like I said, cycle of it's just a low depression, you know, vibe all the time, and to even get a spark of joyness, a spark of happiness in your life, it's a major thing. So by doing what I've said, you know, clear out your soul library, you know, put those old memories that don't serve you anymore, just compartmentalise them. You don't need them. Don't worry about what's coming in the future, and joy will start to, you know, manifest into your life, because you're taking care of yourself in the now, guys. That's the message. I also want to do I do ribbon readings, and I've got a bag full of ribbons here, guys, with loads and loads of different ribbons in. So I am just going to have a little rummage round for you, Libs, to see what I've got for the elements of September to tie up the rest of this reading for you. And as I go in, I'm picking out this one here. Okay, and pink to me is love. Okay, but because if you look at this ribbon, you've got a border to it, you've got barriers here, and this is what I feel, it ties in perfectly, guys. Your past and your future. This here is the now. The main pink road there is the now, guys. And it's saying, until you ditch, you know, dwelling in the past, worrying in the future, you're missing all this love and all this opportunity to bring you joy in your life. You know, this is, you know, a fabulous reading. This is because this just ties in fabulously with what I've just, you know, said to you. So yeah, that's the reading I get for you, Libs, going into September. As I said, if you want to look on the August reading before you, you know, listen to this one, it'll just tie in perfectly, guys. So yeah, I hope September, as I say, brings you more into the now from this reading. And as you know, I'm a new channel on here, so if this is ticking the boxes and, you know, you can take this on board. Like I say, it's not going to resonate with everyone, and as I've always said before, look on the wider picture. It could be cross-watchers with you know, with a Libra in their life. It could be family, friends, on that side. So like I say, any likes or subscribes will help me grow, and then obviously that allows me to keep bringing this material out to you, and we can work, as I said at the start, as a collective family. So have a great September, Libs, and I'll see you next time. Take care then. Bye.